Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum. My name is Maryam Akhtar and I am from the Department of BS Chemistry. MARI is 004 and this is the course of Industrial Chemistry. And the last topic of my presentation is of tools that are selected for the paint stripper and what are the environmental effect of the paint strippers. So these are the 13 paint stripper tools that I'm going to discuss in this presentation, and these are and then I will talk about the environmental impact. So here, paint scraper. It is the first one. From this we can see that this is the paint scraper. Paint scraper on a wooden surface used to remove the oil paint. The method is very traditional. To remove the paint stripper from the surface is usually we have to use the paint scraper. Admittingly, this method can be somehow tedious. It might take quite a long time to remove paint from the larger surface area using this method, but it will work reliably. Sizes and shape. Paint scraper will come in different sizes and shapes. The typical size style that you will see is going to feature a flat pad or a short handle. You'll be able to find paint scrapers that are somewhat wider and longer if you feel those should suit your needs better. Scraping paint with these paint scraper will work very well, but it will require significant amount of effort on your part. The next one is wire brushes. Wire brushes can be very useful for removing paint. For the small object, some people will use the wire brushes on the larger surface area, as well as you can also apply the paint thinner or paint remover to the surface and then use the wire brushes to remove the paint. Here in the diagram, we can see that the stainless steel wire brush. Convenience. The reason that the wire brush are so convenient for this minor item is that it can use effectively in small spores. There are going to be times when wire brushes will not be optional way to remove the paint from the object. It may not be the best tool for removing the paint from your site using your house, but it's going to be work excellently for the small object. The set of the wire brushes will definitely come in handy. These 6 brushes in total, they come in different sizes, different styles. You will get 2 nylon brushes, 2 brass brushes, and 2 stainless steel brushes. This is an affordable set of this tool that will be useful when you are removing paint from the certain things. Electric paint remover. An electric paint remover will help you to remove a paint a lot faster than using a manual method. This powerful tool works by spinning a wire disc rapidly. There are many advantages to using this electric paint removal tool. You'll be able to remove paint from the largest surface area in timely fashion. It isn't as simple to get this electric paint remover where you need it to go, though it doesn't have the same advantages as the wire brushes listed above. The electric paint remover is going to work excellent for the wall though, so you'll be enjoying having one of these tools available to you. This electric paint remover is very powerful. It has 3.2 motor and spin at 2,600 revolution per minute. This is definitely going to allow you to make a quick work of paint remover job. Purchase one of these if you want to remove paint stripper. The fourth one is paint and varnish stripping gel. Applying a bit of the paint and varnish stripping gel to the surface of the object makes stripping paint a lot simpler. This gel break down the paint at the chemical level and allow you to remove it without being it a hassle. If you use this gel properly, then you'll make a paint removal job a lot simpler. Most of the people use this product in order to remove the paint from their walls or other part at their home. It's very useful in removing paint from their furniture. Some paint remover can be harmful to the surface that it is being used on. But this specific paint remover solution is not. It is capable of being used on the wood, plaster surfaces without causing any damage. It actually won't damage any surface, but is commonly used on the wood and plaster. You can use this paint remover to remove its 7 layers of the paint at once. The color of this gel will change once the paint is ready to remove. The paint is supposed to change to pale green or off-white color to give you indication that is ready. So let's talk about the heat guns. When you need to remove the paint from something that will require a little more freshness, it's going to be useful to have a heat gun around. You'll be able to make use of high temperature created by the heat gun to peel off this heat gun here is a pretty great at it does. It is capable of producing heat up to 1200 degrees Fahrenheit. It is also featured overloaded production so that don't have to try about heat gun burning up. This will be an effective tool to have in your arsenal. You will want to be very careful when using a heat gun like this. Though this high temperatures produce this high heat gun can cause you great injury if you let it come to contact with your skin. For this reason, you may want to wear heat resistant gloves while using here we can see the heat resistant glove while using it. Safety is very important and you don't have to be any unfortunate injuries. This tool isn't too costly either. It's definitely something for you keep in mind when you have paint removal task. Take care. Nylon drill brush. You can also purchase a nylon wire brush that is meant to be used for your power drill. Attaching the nylon drill brush attachment to your power drill is very simple. This drill attachment set actually comes with several different types of the brushes as well. This is 2-inch short brush, 4-inch brush, and more standard pipe cone shaped brush design. So it is in different sizes and different styles and different designs. All these work great. You'll want to use them in different situations. Uses of these attachments will useful to be in different area as well as often people use them for cleaning grills, stoneworks, and in too many other rough surfaces. So power drill is a 7 tool of it. The power drill it by itself is definitely not something that you would use to remove the paint. You'll need this tool in order to use the drill attachment that are meant to be removing paint. This attachment can be useful, so it's worthwhile while to have the own good power drill. Being able to make use of some convenient paint removal method is one of the worth price of these drills. This drill is one of the top drill on the market. It features as ergonomic grip that makes use as comfortable as it can possibly be. It doesn't weigh too much at all, and you'll be able to find it into tight spots in order to get jobs done. The eighth one is rotor stripper drill attachment. The rotor stripper drill attachment is yet another reason that will want to own a good power drill. This attachment is going to be quite useful when you want to remove loose paint from the surfaces. This is attached quickly powerful. This is designed to be used on the different surfaces. It can be used effectively on the wood, brick, cement, fiberglass, and more. It's very fast way to remove paint from many surfaces. As long as your quality power drill, you'll be able to make use of convenient attachments. Pressure washer. People often use pressure washer or varnish their decks. If you use pressure washer in the past, then you should use these tools to spray water at high velocity. It's a better way to use it. There are many types of the pressure washer in the market. The most typical pressure washer that you'll see is the electric powered pressure washer. These should work just fine for your purpose, but these are more powerful models out there if you wish to keep looking. The one of the powered by the gasoline are generally more powerful, but they are noisier and far less clean. It is worth noting that you probably won't use the pressure washer inside your home. It is possible to do so, but it is too messy to make it practical. It is a good tool to use outdoor paint removal purposes. You'll able to buy a good one at a fair price. It's not costly at all. The 10th one is disc sander. A good sander is going to be helpful when you want to wear on the surface of the paint. You want to remove as much as the paint possible in order to good result when you paint surfaces again. This sander is capable of making short work of paint removal jobs. It's easier to hold in the palm of your hands and you can glide it across the surface smoothly. They will produce a lot of dust, so gliding down plastic on the floor if you are removing indoor is highly recommended. There are many types of sander to choose from, but this palm sander is like probably most convenient. This partially comes down to your personal preference and what type of job you're trying to do. The 11th tool is manual sanding block. A manual sanding block will be able to do the same thing as the disc sander would. If you are removing paint from something smaller, it makes sense to use one of these. You'll be able to remove the paint without taking too much time, and you can be used very precise with this type of tool. Sanding block can fit in tight spaces and with and you can just generally won't have hard time. It's good tool for large surfaces as well as so long you are prepared to spend a fair amount of time working. The 13th one is safety goggles. You should always wear safety goggles when you're removing paint from the surfaces. It would be not good if you got paint debris or dust into your eye. This could cause serious injury, and it's something you can avoid by purchasing an affordable pair of the safety goggles. If you can plan on using any power tools to remove paint, then these will be crucial. It can be smarter to wear safety goggles even when you are using manual tools. The act of removing paint is going to kick dust. They are affordable and easy to wear, so there is no reason to avoid purchasing a pair. The last one is protective mask. It is also smart to go ahead and purchase a protective mask to wear during your jog. The dust that is being created removing the paint is going to be bad for you to breathe in. If you want to be able to get this job completely in timely fashion, then you need to be able to stay on task. You don't need to buy an extremely fancy protective mask in order to protect yourself. This pack of masks comes with the 10 masks that you can use. This is going to be very useful if you have multiple people helping you to remove the paint. So, what are the alternate of the paint strippers? Heat guns are the alternative to chemical use paint stripper. When heated, soften the paint clump and easier to contain high temperature guns at 1100 Fahrenheit and more toxic. What are the environmental effect of the paint stripper? What kind of air pollutant may come from the paint and coating stripping operation? Paint coating stripper operation emit pollutant, for example, HAPs and VOC. These pollutants can contribute to health problems and may affect shop employees, the family, and all the other living organisms. Solvent in chemical paint stripper can release volatile organic compound and hazardous air pollutant. This chemical can also react in air to form a ground level ozone or smoke, which has been linked to a number of respiratory effects. EPA has developed extensive lab on the ground. Methylene chloride is found in many chemical paint strippers, which can form very serious health problems. Particle pollution are aggressive paint removal or mechanical stripping. Breathing dust can cause respiratory problems. Lead, chromium, cadmium are the metals that are generated by the particle pollution. Methylene chloride is a chemical which can cause very health and problems and health risks can be generated by using paint stripper. Methylene chloride is a clear, colorless, and have mildly smell. It can cause irritation if it gets into your skin. Breathing in the vapors over a short period can cause sluggishness, irritability, lightheadedness, and nausea and headache. Generally, paint strippers do have highly flammable, so keep them away from the flame. Do note more complex formulations are not flammable. Inhalation of these chemical fumes can be detrimental for your health. When you are working indoor, ensure the people are well ventilated. Take care to avoid skin contact. Paint stripper can irritate your skin and you rash your eyes. What is the environmental impact? What does paint stripping effect and refinishing chemical have on ozone? No matter if you're stripping paint for home improvement or provide a professional coating, it can cause a significant impact on environment. Replacing solvent-based strippers which non-hazardous alternate can reduce hazardous generate during your stripping project. Many strippers are solvent-based and contain chemicals that are dangerous to health. Some are flammable, most can cause water and air pollution if not handled properly. Toxic chemical in the paint stripper, for example, DCM or methyl ketone, toluene, methanol, and methyl pyridine or xylene. These chemicals has high level of volatile organic compound. Paint product being stripped also contain volatile organic compound. Wax react with oxygen and cause damage to the ozone layer. The damage is thought to be contributory factor to global warming as a part of the greenhouse effect. The ozone, which has been recovering slowly since the protocol banned CFC gases, is threatened this time by the chemical compound used in the paint strippers. Level of methylene chloride are rapidly increasing in the stratosphere, threatening to delay the return to the normal of the ozone layer, alerts study published in this article. The ozone layer forms a gaseous shield between the 10 and 50 altitude, protecting the Earth from the ultraviolet. Now, we must act now to stop emissions of TCM into atmosphere if we want to avoid running 30 years of exemplary scientific and political action that has been undoubtedly saved many lives. Safer alternatives for stripping surfaces are available, but some caution is required. You can find a lot of alternate choices strippers that can claim have safer, but problem is still pose health and environmental risk. If we are going to talk about the hazards, in-home use of the paint stripper containing methylene chloride result in the absorption of this solvent, which is metabolized to carbon monoxide, which can be inhaled and cause serious health problems. Exposure to 2 to 3 hours can result in the elevation of the carboxyhemoglobin to levels that stretch the cardiovascular system. The metabolic formation of the carboxylic hemoglobin continues following the paint remover exposure, doubling the duration of the cardiovascular stress produced by the carboxylic hemoglobin after exposure to carbon monoxide. Patients with the disease of the cardiovascular system may not be able to tolerate this unexpected stress. So, what are the remedies of these old things? How can I help encoding, stripping, and operation reduce air pollution? We make connection, we must make a plan and locate resources. If we make the connection, get to know the local point and local paint and coding stripping operation owners and operator. Keep local media aware of the progress by sending them update. Publicity can reward success and attract more public involvement. So sponsoring training reward shows be informed consumers. So these are the references. That's all from my side. Thank you very much.